Let's say you are in a relationship with a wonderful woman who is she believes in you and is there for you, puts you first, and goes above and beyond. It feels easy to make you happy, like though she's providing you with everything without you even ask. And she respects you and listens, supports you, and gives you a sense of similar, like the most significant man in her. Nevertheless, have you ever observed that not every man goes through this? While some men are born to inspire profound loyalty and dedication, that others find difficult to continuously maintain a woman's interest, feeling compelled to pursue admiration or demonstrate themselves. Thus, what causes the distinction? Here's the reality. Women don't devote themselves fully to anyone they commit to. To a man who exhibits specific strong attributes that give her a sense of secure, appreciated, and thrilled about the connection. When a lady observes these four indisputable indicators that she will invest in you just like you, mental, emotional, and even physiologically. And these indicators are the finest part, have nothing to do with appearance, finances, or status. They focus on your identity and how, if you've ever made her feel pondered, what really influences a woman's decision. You stay with her and offer her your whole attention. This movie is for you then. By the time this video ends, you'll know precisely the meaning of these four indicators and how to put them into practice in your life. And once you do, since everything changes if you're prepared to recognize the differences between men who easily win the utmost devotion from those who struggle, remain here because destined to be a gamer. Let's get started. Hello everyone. Welcome to Stoic Stream once more. I'm Adam Stone, and I'm new here. Through this medium, we dissect strong relationship self-mastery insights and the attitude that distinguishes strong men from the others. If you're interested in becoming more assured and in charge of your life, and more alluring, not only to women, but you're in the world, the appropriate location. Let's now discuss something that many men find difficult. The knowledge of what actually constitutes a lady will invest and put her all into it. A relationship, as most men think women are drawn to them due of extrinsic factors, such as money, status, or pursuing them. But in reality, none of sign one. You provide her with emotional security. Those things are as important as you believe. Women are not compelled to commit due to what you having them commit due to your identity. Have you ever seen a man without a lot of money? Isn't the most attractive, yet women are attracted to him by nature, but he doesn't pursue, he doesn't plead, but she's completely invested in him. What causes that? He does so because he exemplifies certain strong characteristics that set off a woman's an innate urge to commit. And after you begin exhibiting these four crucial indicators, you'll observe that ladies start treating. They will give you distinct priority, admire you, and find yourself pulled to you on a level that extends well beyond simply attraction. Yet the majority of men go here incorrect. Rather than concentrating on these strong attributes, they squander time, trying too hard and pursuing overextending to impress, and when women do that, pull away, lose interest, and the connection starts to feel. If you've ever been in a one-sided circumstance in which a woman appeared enthusiastic about you first, but abruptly became distant because of a change of circumstances in her opinion of you, And I promise the key question is whether or not you're displaying these 4 symptoms. I will be dissecting today's video precisely what those 4 indicators indicate and why they are important and how to use them in your life. Because after you comprehend, this partnership will not feel like you'll give up trying, overanalyzing, giving up chasing, and beginning drawing in women who are sincere about wanting to be with you, and those who are prepared to invest as much in yourself as you do in others, in people. And believe me, this goes beyond dating. The goal here is to become a guy appreciate a man who exudes presence and a man who naturally you are respected everywhere of life. So when you're prepared to comprehend what really influences a woman to pick you, honor you, and remain totally committed to, you then continue to observe, because this is going to alter your prospective connections. Let's delve into sign number 1 forever. You provide her a sense of emotional security. Okay, let's discuss one of the primary determinants of whether a woman will give you her whole attention or maintain emotional safety at a distance if a woman doesn't feel secure in her emotions. She might remain in your life if she is near you, temporarily, but she will never really give you anything. But if she feels, when you're safe, everything changes. What exactly is emotional safety? Meaning that many men hear the term emotional safety and believe it to be being very kind and concurring with everything she says or staying out of arguments. However, that isn't the emotional. Safety means she's at ease being fully oneself in your presence without fear of being judged, criticized, or emotionally instability indicates that she has faith in you'll listen and not close when she opens up. Her down so she can express her ideas, her vulnerabilities, as well as her worries. Being aware that you won't use them to or elicit a feeling in her sign. Why, your life has a clear purpose and direction. Tiny, why is this so strong? Consider this. Women live in a world in which they must censor their words and actions. Society's job, including the pressure from social media, them to present a flawless front. But when the man she's with makes her feel she doesn't have to be emotionally secure, act as though she can unwind and be genuine. Additionally, when a woman believes she can genuinely be herself in your presence, she creates an attachment that is much more powerful than simply attraction turns into intense emotion. Signs for investments that you're making emotional security. One you pay attention to without making an effort to. Men often make the mistake of trying to repair everything, leaping right in to mend a woman's issues when she lets it out. But the majority of the she doesn't want answers at the moment. Desires to be heard when she talks. Don't interrupt or pass judgment. And don't try to solve her right away. Feelings, simply pay attention, acknowledge them, and ensure she feels heard. 2, you don't never belittle or reject her sentiments. He said something like, it's not a big deal, or I'm excessively upset. The quickest method to get a woman is to do that. Emotionally shut off instead of validating. Even if you don't completely understand her feelings, comprehend them with a simple, I see why that can significantly contribute to making you feel better. She feels comfortable confiding in you. 3. You maintain a steady level of energy and activities. The key to emotional safety is understanding that you won't abruptly turn against her if 1. You're warm, aware, and present throughout the day. However, the following day you're cold or erratic, she won't feel safe in the relationship. Consistency fosters trust. Emotional safety is increased via trust, and when she will naturally give since she feels secure. More to you for, you admire her. Vulnerability, if she divulges information concerning getting over her worries or insecurities, don't make use of it against her later. Make jokes about it, but don't mention it in a dispute, and avoid using her as a weapon. Feelings. A lady will only devote herself completely to if she is aware that she can be vulnerable without fear of condemnation or assaulted. What occurs when a lady feels emotionally secure something that makes you feel emotionally secure. When something significant occurs, she begins investing in the partnership without reluctance. She puts you first, encourages you, and wants to provide you with more of. She refuses to play games by herself. She won't back off when you try her because she understands deep down that she can rely on you. Emotional safety with her heart isn't concerning being flawless. It's about being constant and establishing an area where she is comfortable enough to. When you do that, let her guard down. You'll see a change as she begins addressing you in a unique way with more love, more respect, more work, and which brings us to the following indication. Because emotional security is insufficient on its own if you desire for her to genuinely perceive you as a man worth spending money on. You need something deeper, still, a distinct life purpose. Let's start with sign number 2. Shows that you have a distinct life's direction and purpose. Now let's discuss one of the most underappreciated but strong characteristics that set men apart. They elicit strong affection from people who persistently struggle to have a clear goal and guidance. You see, the majority of men believe that the key to luring a woman is what they take her out on dates for her, sending her frequent texts and demonstrating their value. But in reality, the men who automatically earn the utmost respect from women and emotional commitment are the ones that sign. You value and respect her work. They possess something greater than the bond that exists in their. Why is purpose so important in life? An aimless individual is like a ship. He floats without a destination. Worst of all, he doubts himself. He looks for approval from his partnership to help him feel as though identity. However, a man he moves with confidence and purpose, assurance and vision. A woman is not necessary for him to fulfill him. He is already satisfied by the goal he's working for, and that's precisely why it is irresistible to women. Women, let's face it, don't want to be your universe's center. They wish to participate in your path, but they don't wish to have a sense of responsibility for all of your joy. When a woman feels a man is bewildered and uncertain about himself or without guidance, she won't completely like him, put money into him. However, when a man has a goal, a vision, and a powerful feeling of his destination, she'll innately respect and adore him. And that awe results in intense emotions, indications of a robust life's purpose that you're committed to, your development and objectives. A missionary man doesn't spend, he is constantly pursuing women, distractions, or social acceptance. He's concentrated on a larger goal, whether it's his profession, his health, and his personal growth, or a side project. This does not imply that you disregard women, indicates that you put your mission first. Ironically, when a lady notices that you're involved in something significant, she starts to feel more attracted to you because you're functioning at a level 2 level. You remain steadfast in your choices and values. A guy who lacks direction is readily influenced. He modifies his decision in light of the views of others, prevent conflict, and allows fear to control his options. But when you possess a keen sense intentionally, you don't merely follow you choose your own route, and women are attracted to men who are steadfast in their opinions, values, and choices, demonstrates power, assurance, and confidence, because all produce intense attraction and have faith. 3. You don't put her at the forefront of, "This one is enormous." It's one of the biggest errors males make is women drop everything for their mission, for her to postpone plans and focus on their whole persona surrounding the relationship. And although this may appear, at first, it seems lovely, but it kills attraction over time as a result of a woman's desire for a man who already has a complete existence, rather than a man who is reliant on her for his self-esteem. While you remain dedicated to your objectives and uphold your uniqueness, will be respected by her. More wants you more and provide you with more of herself. In back 4, you encourage her to develop as, well, a purposeful man doesn't merely raise himself, he raises others around him. If you're always trying to get better at pushing yourself and pursuing your objectives, will make her feel at ease, motivated to develop with you. And the secret is that a woman will only genuinely, if she sees a future in a man, invest in him. A future that thrills her with him, confronts her, and gives her the impression that she is a part of something significant. Because of this, purpose is more than just you. It has to do with the type of life you build and the vitality you contribute to the relationship. What occurs when you have a powerful sign? Why, you take charge of your leadership, not control goal. If a woman notices that you're determined, concentrated, and enjoying life on your own terms, she will not simply like you, admire you, because it's admiration that transforms attraction into a long-term, meaningful relationship. She will want to stand by your side and support you, and accompany you on your journey. Won't need to continuously demonstrate your worth. Due of your behavior, attitude, and life's path will speak for itself. Themselves, however, the problem is that having a purpose alone is insufficient. You also need to give her something equally significant: strength and emotional control, because without it, even the most motivated guy can lose the respect of a woman. And that brings us to the 3rd sign. Let's get into it. You respect sign number 3 and value her work. Okay, let's discuss something that's frequently disregarded, but it is crucial if you want a woman to stay with you and invest in you. Devoted and treat you with the utmost respect and expressing gratitude to her attempts. Now, before we go too far, I want to know whether you have ever been in a circumstance in which a woman was providing her. She was texting you first. Dates for your planning are appearing, but gradually her vitality began to fading. Perhaps she ceased contributing as a lot of work became far away, or even began tugging gone. Many men misunderstand this. change, and consider. Perhaps she lost interest, or perhaps I should try harder to win her back. Yet in actuality, a significant factor. Women give up trying because they feel invisible, undervalued, or unappreciated. And after that, the emotional. As the bond deteriorates, she begins decreasing the amount of money invested in the relationship. Why show respect and women's appreciation is quite important. Innately nurturing when they are concerned about, they demonstrate it by their behavior. Checking in on the simple things is key. You're making time to support your ambitions. For you, and even making modest, considerate items merely to see you joyful. But if she experiences such, her efforts are not appreciated or acknowledged. Begins to wonder, why am I even carrying out this? And after she begins to feel as though her attempts are in vain, she will slowly retreat. Men and women have different ways of thinking when it comes to gratitude. A man typically needs simply a few significant indicators of gratitude to feel appreciated. But for a woman, constancy is key. She doesn't require a spectacular gesture. All she has to do is believe that her efforts, regardless of how tiny, are acknowledged and revered. Indications that you value and thank you for her efforts. Recognize the small actions she takes. Did she make an extra effort to spend time with? Did she pay attention to you when you had a difficult day? Did she help you achieve your goals? Certain things without you even asking may not seem like much, but they are important to her. Additionally, when you pause to say, "I see what you accomplished and I'm grateful for it," makes a huge difference between you two. Don't underestimate her efforts. Among the most common errors males make is believing that a woman's work is just anticipated. Oh well, she's my girlfriend. She should definitely do those things. However, that kind of thinking is harmful because she feels as though she's required to perform tasks for you instead of being valued for them. The emotional commitment begins to diminish, and after it occurs, she won't feel as inspired to do her best. 3 things you give but don't keep score. A true guy shows humility and gratitude without anticipating anything. Conclusion and key takeaways in exchange: if you merely express thanks because you're looking to her for something, it won't feel, but she will. Sincere. Instead, acknowledge her work merely because you appreciate her participation in. She feels that way about your life. Much obliged. 4. Your behaviors demonstrate your thankfulness. Not only using words to express gratitude is wonderful, but expressing gratitude is much more strong. It can be as easy as creating time for her to support her objectives, the how she backs you or what you're doing, something considerate for her without her. When she notices that her efforts are being returned, she will inevitably put even more money into you. What occurs when you show respect and respect her? When a woman feels appreciated, something significant occurs and she begins offering even more. She grows more loving, more involved, and more dedicated. She refuses to play games hold back, and she will not think twice about putting effort into the partnership since she is aware that you appreciate and see her. Yet here's the fact that gratitude by itself isn't sufficient as she desires to feel. She wants to feel pushed and appreciated and enthusiastic, which is where sign number 4 enters. And believe me, this one is a game changer. Sign, let's get started. 4th, you take charge with assurance rather than control. Let's discuss something now that distinguishes valuable men from men who lack confidence: the capacity to guide with self-assurance rather than control. If you've ever pondered why certain males are innately attractive, respect, adoration, and intense devotion from women, whereas others have trouble with resistance, power battles, and even the key to emotional distance is this one aspect of your leadership style in the an appeal for action relationship. Since this is the reality, women do not desire to be subjugated, prefer not to have a man dictate their each action instructs them on what to do or attempts to use force to subjugate them, but they don't desire a male at the same time who lacks decisiveness, is weak, or consistently looking for approval. What they really want is a man who is strong and rooted in his judgment and leadership abilities, confidently, without using force, but by being there. What does leading with mean? Self-assurance and relational leadership does not imply dictatorship. Rather, it indicates being a man who makes deliberate movements, assurance, and guidance. Someone who takes charge, makes choices, and offers a feeling of safety without smothering or dominating his partner. Consider this: when a female is with a man who is decisive, confident, and ending, she is naturally emotionally grounded and feels safe with him. She doesn't need to. She doesn't question his motives. Believe she must take the lead in the relationship, and above all, she honors him. And when a woman honors she has faith in the man, and when she does, she gives him her whole attention. The distinction between assurance and control. Influence is what confidence is all about. The concept of control. A self-assured man doesn't have to push his way into a position of authority. He earns it organically via consistency, trustworthy, and sensitive. In the meantime, a man who lacks confidence attempts, use terror to demand respect or manipulate, and exercise authority over insecurity. And believe me, ladies are able to detect this distinction immediately. Confidence stems from fear is the foundation of strength control. A self-assured man has faith in his woman's abilities, should make wise decisions as he's safe in himself, yet he's a domineering man, always concerned about losing her. So he attempts to limit her by telling her who she can speak with her or force her to feel bad about being independent. And that conduct doesn't foster loyalty, kills it. Freedom is made possible by confidence. Resistance arises from control when a woman's innate ability to lead with confidence following because it inspires her. Confident and thrilled to be a part of his travel, but when a guy attempts to exert, she begins to feel imprisoned, resentful, and oppressed. And that's when she begins to emotionally distance herself. Indicators that you're taking the lead with self-assurance rather than control. One, you create choices and exercise initiative. A self-assured leader doesn't just relax and wait for his partner to arrange everything. He assumes leadership and doesn't ask, "What do you wish to do?" each time, yet he states, "I have reservations here. I believe you'll adore," or "Let's make sure out this event together." Women adore a man who is aware of his desires and acts. 2. You remain steadfast in your limits without becoming regulating. There is a distinction between being uneasy and possessing standards. A, a self-assured man establishes appropriate limits in a partnership that he finds intolerable contempt, dishonesty, or poisonous conduct. However, he also doesn't attempt to manage every action a woman takes out of insecurity. He respects him and has faith in her because he comes out as a man who values himself. 3. You maintain your emotional stability even when circumstances become demanding. A self-assured leader doesn't. When things don't go his way, lose control. He doesn't beg, become too envious, or act needy, yet he maintains his composure, composed and emotionally in control. Naturally, women are attracted to men who maintain their composure under duress, which makes them felt safe and honored. 4. You motivate instead than a true leader doesn't expect respect. He demands respect, earns it, and takes the lead by an illustration of constancy and dependability and emotional development, as well as, due to that, a lady respects him by nature, follows his example, and has a strong emotional connection associated with. What occurs when you take the lead with assurance, when you enter your innate leadership position, not by coercion, but by exhibiting courage, determination, and emotional regulation? Women don't merely enjoy, they respect you. And respect is the secret to a long-term investment in a connection. She won't test you or pull away because she is insecure and refuses to ask if she's dating the correct man, because she will sense it and have faith in your guidance that honors your feelings and perspective, following your example safely. And when a lady has complete faith in you, she provides you with all of her vitality, devotion, and her most intense feelings relationship. And that's how you attract people, my friend. Not only a female, but a female who's ready to put all of my money into you because she thinks you're a man worth admiring. Let's now conclude and review. All right, everything we learned today. Let's review for a second all of the topics we discussed today, because if you actually comprehend and use these 4 indicators, that you won't simply draw a woman, you'll encourage to make an investment in you fully. The first sign is that you make her feel. Women who are emotionally safe don't talk. Put your faith or money into a man unless they. Feelings of emotion confident when you exhibit constancy, true presence, and emotional steadiness. Naturally, she will lower her defenses and give her to you. The second greatest sign is that you have a clear direction and purpose in life. A man who is aware that his destination is infinitely better looking than a man who is. The center is not what lost women seek. They wish to be a part of your universe, your path when you're on a mission. She will even respect and appreciate you. Further sign. You are respected and value the work a lady puts forth. Greater when she feels appreciated and thank you. If you don't appreciate her efforts, she will begin to withdraw. But when she seems as though you actually understand what she contributes to your life, she will even more of herself. To you take the lead with sign number 4. Assurance, not music. Control. A man of high worth takes the lead with strength, emotional intelligence, and decisiveness, control, rather than coercion or manipulation. When you lead with assurance, she will trust you and honor you, as well as when a woman respects you and gives you her whole attention at final moment. The type of you attract relationships that are direct. Statement about the type of man you are. If you exhibit these traits, you must pursue women, since the right women will instinctively be able to identify your respect and desire to be involved in your life. If this video has given you any knowledge, please let me know in the comments. Out of these 4 indicators, which one do you already feel you represent? And which do you believe you need to work on? I'd be interested in hearing your ideas if you're sincere about turning into a valuable individual and drawing in the type of partnership you actually. Make sure to press that like because you deserve it button. This helps spread the word about more individuals that are similar to you. And if you not already a member of Stoic Extreme, and activate the alert bell, since I'm releasing more potent weekly material that will assist you dominate your relationships and mentality. Personal development. Additionally, if you'd like more unique perspectives and more conversations, think about joining my private community where I distribute extra material and engage in genuine dialogue with like-minded individuals on personal development. The connection between prosperity and masculinity is in the description. When you work on yourself, pay attention below. When you remain dedicated to your development, and when you arrive as the most powerful, better version of yourself each and every day, won't need to pursue any chances for success, and the appropriate people will be drawn to you by nature. Continue moving forward and be loyal to your goal and never give up. Hi, Adam Stone here, and I'll see you in Stoicism mindset. The following